So, before we start the prayer manual, I thought of explaining something which is very important part of the practice. So, it is called, we always read these seven-limbed prayers, right? Seven-limbed prayers. So how actually it works, how we need to connect with the practice. So, in the sutra as well as in the tantra, for example, in sutra, when we do the visualization of, say, Manjushri or Wisdom Buddha or Generasi, or even the Buddha Shakyamuni, Shakyamuni, when we do the visualization, the practice, for example, when we do the practice of Buddha Shakyamuni, like that. So, the general practice is that in the visualization, we invite the Buddhas or Bodhisattvas or any kind of deity who you are, connected with, with whom you are doing your sadhanas, like that. So, what is actually happening is that in the visualization, so you invite, say, Buddha Shakyamuni in front of you, and then in the space in front of you, and then we, different kinds of visualizations, but make it simple. Then we offer him with a throne, and throne with, sun and moon disk and like that. And then we let him sit on the throne, almost like inviting a guest to your home, or guest to your home. So, and then in this process of Guru Yoga or like that, we also do what is called seven-limbed prayer, seven-limbed prayer, which is a very, very important practice of Guru Yoga, seven-limbed. When you do the Guru Yoga, this is the main core practice of Guru Yoga. So, having invited him and visualizing him and being seated on the throne, then what we do is that we do the seven-limbed prayer, okay, like what we see. So the first is Chak Salva. Chak Salva, prostration is the first limb, right? First limb. So Chak has three things. That is Chak Salva, prostration done, bodily prostration done through speech, and then prostration done through mind. So with the body, we make prostrations, short prostration or long prostrations and like that, Chak Salva. But with the speech, with the verbal, we recite the praises or like, for example, let's say the praises to the particular, deity whom you are doing, this practice. And then mentally, as I discussed with you, about the refuge, with the refuge. So from the in-depth of your heart, you completely rely on him, and then you seek the blessing that, from him, from like a child, a child, totally putting his or her confidence in her mother, mother's care. So in the same way, we have to, completely put our confidence, total confidence in, for that, in that particular deity whom we are affiliated or whom we make pujas, right? So Chak Salva. So this is regarded as very powerful practicing in in reducing, in overcoming our pride, pride, right? So when we are proudful, we will not bow down, right? Right. So bowing down makes you feel, cultivate being humble, cultivate humbleness. When you are humble, then you like to learn so many things, being with a teacher, with anything, humbleness is very, very important part of learning and part of practicing, part of improvement. You feel you are proud, always proud, thinking that I know I'm the best, right? Then you'll never learn anything because you are the best, right? You think that. So part of the practice, the first thing is cultivating humbleness, humility, and with humbleness and with a sense of humility, you see others are precious from everyone, around you. You learn so many things from them, directly or indirectly. Like that's how you learn. How you learn and how you practice. In Tibetan saying, there's one saying with regard to proud. What do you call a big rounded stone on a big rounded stone. Water will never stay on it, right? Water will never. It's round, right? It's round, right? A big rounded stone, water will never stay. Similarly, it's just fall, flows over, never stays. Even drop doesn't stay there. So, cultivating humbleness and humility is, makes you, learn. So it creates a platform for yourself in learning from others, in learning from others. That is the reason why we do the practice of prostration, chaksa. Chi-jin. Second is, cultivating generosity. So in Tibetan word generosity, we have two words, chi and jin. Chi means making offerings to the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. Chi, that's offering. Jimba means giving alms and offerings to the needy ones, to poor and needy ones, churchins. So, churchin. So this helps reduce, overcome our miserliness, right? The more we become generous, the less we become miserliness. And then it is also, so miserliness is very, very interesting thing, When you go with, here you don't have much problem because when you go to a restaurant, I noticed you are paying, everyone is paying yourself, right? Yeah, of course, sometimes you pay for others, but then when you ask friends to come, and you are his or she's invited, but you pay the bill and he pays the bill, right? Yeah. Credit card, right? And I see the waiter say, would you like to share or something like that, right? And they divide, and you get the bill. So, but in India, situation is different, When you invite, you are the host, you have to you have to pay for him, So, very different culture, very different culture. So you go on inviting him, and if you don't pay this time, not much, right? But next time, if you don't pay, then next time you will not be invited. So anyway, just being, it's the miserliness that we are not able to share whatever, So it's part of our miserliness. How many shoes you have, how many things you have, But still, you think, I'll need this next time, I'll need this next time, right? And you go on collecting for next time. And then so many, for party you have this thing, and for office you have this thing. You have so many things, And it's not much sharing, But then when you are about to move out, right, from one, there's no, then you go to goodwill, your goodwill. That's also a good thing. But you are forced to do this, You're not doing out of generosity, You're forcing because you cannot carry them with you, right? So the transport, the van is too small for you, that you can afford. So you just give to them, just not really out of generosity, not really. So, I need to get rid of, right, like that, right? So the second is, the generosity, the practice. Chiji, Shakpa. Shakpa is the, how should I say, disclosure or regretting for the negative actions what you have committed. That is the third, So Shakpa is very much involved with the practice of Vajrasattva, right? In Vajrasattva, we do, a lot of Shakpa or a lot of, purification practice, purification. So in Shakpa, it is said that the negative actions, whatever we collect, negative actions have one good quality. That is, it can be purified if we purify it properly. It never stays, because negative actions are not rooted in our mind stream. So it can be completely purified if we do the proper purification practice. So negative actions, the more negative thoughts we have, the more clouded our mind becomes, So the more our mind clouded becomes, less clarity we will have, even in our daily life, So the kind of fuzziness in our mind stream makes so many things difficult to, even to decide to work on like that. So part of our mental problem is the heaviness or the fuzziness, the unclarity of mind, which really makes our mind fuzzy. So we are not able to move on the right direction, make the right decision, see the things clearly, because mind is very much, absorbed, really absorbed in kind of a sponge, which absorbs the dust, right? And so we have to cleanse it, right? That is only through purification. So for some physical problem, for physical something, we can go to a doctor and ask you if you have something, they can remove it, right, from, like this, right? But mind, we have we cannot do in the hospital. Nothing is done in the hospital, right? So we have to do through our own. That is through purification practice. And then in purification practice, what we need to do is, first is to, rely on, as we have been doing, rely on one's, on the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, taking them as a witness for our purification practice. And then, repentance, and making promise to not to engage into such non-virtuous actions in future. The final and the most strongest antidote in overcoming and in purifying negative actions is meditating on impermanence and emptiness, along with the cultivation of mind of bodhicitta. That and this way our negativities are completely purified, right? Purified negativities. Chanzi was Chiji Shakpa. Jesu Yirangwa means rejoicing in one's own virtuous actions as well as the virtuous actions of other people, including your teachers, including your friends, including your sangha member, whoever you see doing a wonderful virtuous action. If you could rejoice it, you, without making much effort, you are cultivating really, really very strong positive action. So rejoicing, 창조와도 주진시작와도 제수이로 주진시작 제수이로 꿀싱 소와 꿀싱 소 꿀 means requesting your teachers or the lamas or the gurus, even your spiritual friends, to share the dharmas or to share the teachings for yourself. Kulshin, right? To share or to give teachings as many as possible. Kulshin. Sola Deva means requesting your guru teachers, root gurus, and friends, especially dharma friends, not to pass away into parinirvana. That means requesting them to live long, request. And the seventh is the dedication prayer, dedication prayer. So dedicating one's, virtuous action is regarded as very, very important, because once we dedicate the prayer action, whatever we have accumulated for the sentient beings, it is said that whatever we have dedicated will not be consumed by negative actions. Because now, almost like, dedicating your wealth to other people. So your wealth becomes other people's wealth. So the dedicating your merit becomes, once it's dedicated, it becomes the merit. It becomes the merit of other sentient beings, almost like you not owning it. So your negative actions will not consume it, because it is not your own. It belongs to the countless numbers of other sentient beings, right? So dedication is very, very important part of practice in our spiritual journey. That is why in what we call in 7-point mind training practice, it is a Tokta Nila Jawani. Tokta Nila Jawani means in the beginning, your motivation should be pure. And in the middling, of course, you will be practicing. And then in the end, you should dedicate whatever merits you have collected for the benefit of other sentient beings. So the beginning and end are really very crucial in our spiritual practice, right? So that is why in the medicine Buddha practice, you see we are engaging in 7-limb prayers, right? 7-limb practice. So this is the main one of the main parts of the practice of medicine Buddha and other deities too, like that. So with this now we will do the medicine Buddha. So we'll do, here's my page number 9. Anyway, okay. Visualize above the crown of your head, medicine Buddha seated upon a lotus and moon seat. His blue and radiates blue light from his body. His right hand resting on his right knee is the gesture of granting sublime realizations, and holds his seven and his left hand in the gesture of concentration and holds all. He is seated in the Vajra posture and wears 3 saffron robes of monk. He has all the signs and marks of Buddha. Above him are the 6 medicine Buddhas, one above the other. I prostrate Guru Medicine Buddha, each in every offering, including those performed and those mentally transformed. I present to you. I confess all non-virtuous actions accumulated since beginningless time. I rejoice in the virtues of both ordinary and obedience. As our guide, I request you, O Buddha, to turn all virtues of my own and those of others. I dedicate the writing of the two Buddha teachings and maintain a Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. The fully realized destroyer of all defilements, fully accomplished, having fully realized absolute truth of all phenomena. Buddha Mingila, Andrea, Vigigabola, to you I make the offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now for myself and others. The fully realized destroyer of all defilements, fully completed, having realized absolute truth of all phenomena. Buddha Mingila, Andrea, to you I prostrate and to you I make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. The fully realized destroyer of all defilements, fully completed Buddha, having fully realized absolute truth of all phenomena. Buddha Mingila, Andrea, Vigiabola, to you I prostrate and go for refuge. To you I make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen upon myself and others. The fully realized destroyer of all things, fully completed Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of phenomena. Buddha Mingila, Andrea, to you I prostrate and go for refuge. To you I make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. The fully realized fully completed Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. Buddha Mingila, to you I prostrate and go for refuge. To you I make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings not upon myself and others. The fully realized destroyer of all violence, fully completed Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. Buddha Mingila, to you I go for refuge. To you I make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings not ripen for myself and others. The fully realized destroyer of all defilements, fully completed Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. Buddha Mingila, to you I make refuge. To you I make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings not ripen for myself and others. Visualize that from the heart of Buddha, the King of Medicine Buddha, infinite rays of light flow down, completely filling your body. To purify all your negative karmas and mental obscurations. All this enters your body in the form of thick black liquids. Your body becomes clean and clear as crystal. Imagine that all other sentient beings are being purified in the same way. Dayata Om Begenze Maha Begenze Randra Samogade Soha Dayata Om Begenze Maha Begenze Randra Samogade Soha Dayata Om Begenze Ma Begenze Randa Samogade So Deyata Begenze Maha Begenze ranza samo kat soha deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade soha deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade soha deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so oyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata begenze begenze maha begenze begenze ranza samo gade so deyata beginze ma beginze 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 ranza samo gade so beginze ranza samo Deyata beginze ma beginze ranza samo gade so 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 Deyata beginze ma beginze beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, ha, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze, beginze, ranza samo gadeso, deyata, beginze, beginze, ma beginze,
begenze ranza samo gade so teya tha begenze ma begenze ranza samo gade so ha teya tha begenze ma begenze ranza samo gade so teya tha begenze ma begenze ranza samo gade so ha teya tha begenze ma begenze ranza samo gade so teya tha begenze ma begenze ranza samo gade so teya tha begenze ma begenze ranza samo gade so ha teya tha begenze ma begenze ranza samo gade so ha. Now let us meditate, and as we have been doing this morning, visualize Medicine Buddha in front of yourself and visualize light rays emanating from his heart, nectars emanating from his heart, and entering into your body through your crown, and all your negativities, sicknesses, all the obstacles are completely removed. Your body becomes completely purified, filled with nectar, completely purified. Then visualize that the light from Buddha fills you again, bringing all the realizations of the path to enlightenment, qualities of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Imagine the same taking place for you, same thing. Feel that all things in yourself have actually received excellent qualities, that you have received the blessing and inspiration of the medicine Buddha. Deyata Om Begenze Ma Begenze Ranza Samo Gadeso Deyata Om Begenze Maha Begenze Ranza Samo Gadeso Deyata Om Begenze Adeso Deyata Begenze Ma Begenze Ranza Samo Gadeso Deyata Begenze Ma Begenze Ranza Samo Gadeso Deyata Begenze Ma Begenze Ranza Samo Gadeso Deyata Begenze Ma Begenze Ranza Samo Deyata Begenze Ma Begenze Ranza Samo Gadeso 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 Deyata Begenze Ranza Samo Gadeso Deyata Begenze Ma 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 Begenze Ranza Samo Gadeso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Ha Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Beginze, Beginze, Ma, Beginze, Beginze, Benze, Samogati, So, Diata, Beginze, Beginze, Ma, Beginze, Beginze, Ranza, Samogati, So, Diata, Beginze, Beginze, Ma, Beginze, Beginze, Ranza, Samogati, So, Diata, Beginze, Beginze, Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samonga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samonga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samonga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Ha Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Beginze Beginze Ranza Samunga Deso Deyata Beginze Beginze Ma Begenze, Ranza Samo Gadeso, Deata, Begenze, 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 Ma Begenze, Ranza Samo Gadeso, Deata, Ma Begenze, Ranza Samo Gadeso, Deata, Begenze, Ma Begenze, Ranza Samo Gadeso, Deata, Begenze, Ma Begenze, Ranza Samo Gadeso, Deata, Begenze, Ma Begenze, Ranza Samo Begenze, Ma Begenze, Ranza Samo Gadeso, Deata, 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 Ma Begenze, Ranza Samo Gadeso, Ma Begenze, Ranza Samo Gadeso, Deata, Begenze, Ma Begenze, Deata, Begenze, Ma Begenze, Ranza Samo Gadeso, Deata, Begenze, Ma Begenze, Deata, Begenze, Ma Begenze, Ranza Samo Gadeso, 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 Deata, beginze ma beginze ranza samunga deso deyata 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 beginze ma beginze ranza samunga deso Now, as we did this morning, please visualize, especially this time, the victims of the New Zealand attack, those who died as well as those who are injured, and their relatives and families. Please keep them in your thoughts. And if you have anyone to be prayed, to be blessed, please also keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And generally, all the sentient beings, we also need to keep them in our prayers and thoughts. We request the blessings from the Medicine Buddha, as we did this morning, that the light rays emanating from Medicine Buddha's heart, and whereby entering into the every sentient being's mind and heart and their body, and their sicknesses, disease, whatsoever problems they are going, they are completely removed, and they attain a blissful, strong, healthy body and mind. At this time, if you have anyone who is deceased, you should also include them in your prayers and thoughts. Okay. Finally, visualize that the medicine Buddha melts into life, which absorbs into your heart. Your mind becomes one with the enlightened mind of all the Buddhists. Due to these merits, may I complete the ocean-like
May I become the Holy Savior, refuge and helper for sentients we have repeatedly been kind to me in past lives.
By the virtues received from attempting this practice, may all living beings who see
Hear, touch, or remember me, even those beside my name, and that I will refuse to consider the sins and experience them forever.
as all sentient beings, infinite as space, and encompassed by the medicine Buddha's compassion, may I also become the guide to
all 10 directions of the universe. Because of these virtues, may I quickly become Guru and Buddha, and lead each and every sentient being into Buddha's enlightened state.
Okay, now we'll do the closing prayers. Kangri Rave Purvi Shabe Site Padu Tengyo Chi Chanjo Semjo Rembo Chi Magye Panam Tiguru Chi Geba Nyamba Meba Kone Kongdo Pewara Sho Chambe Pawe Jidarai Kemba Tang Gundo Sambo Deyan Deshin De Deda Bunye Jeso Dalo Jir Ewa Deda Tamji Rabdo
O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, our gratitude of your teachers and teachings is as deep as the ocean. Please bless us with the presence of Geshe Kalsang for long time to come and remove many obstacles to this practice, so that He may continue to lead us and others along the path to enlightenment.
Okay, so now we'll recite maybe. Chris, you remember, right? Nixima.
Yeah.
Yeah, we remember, right? We can recite, okay? It's a praise to Lama Tsongkhapa. We'll recite, maybe some of you know, but otherwise we all. Me ze de je me Kembe Wang Boy Jambe Yang Kai Jen Kebe Sui Gen Zong Ga Ba Loi Zan Zha Be Xia Loi So De Me Ze De Jen Re Se Je Me Kembe Wang Boy Jambe Yang Kai Jen Kebe Sui Gen Zong Ba Ba Loi Zan Da Be Xia Loi So De Me Ze De Shalom, so